Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the One With UK YouTube. Today we are down in Performance in Irvine, and it is 12:30. Check-in's been done this morning, and then I had my posing client in and also my coaching client Rebecca, who's 6 weeks out. So we're doing her routine, getting that practice and getting it sorted for a show in 6 weeks time. And now we are in Performance and I'm going to train legs. This weekend's actually 1 year post show for me. So this time last year I stepped on stage as a bikini athlete for the last time ever, and I took my last ever gold in bikini. So this weekend's a little bit emotional for me, I don't know why. But yeah, a lot has changed over the last year. Like looking back at that prep last year, I loved it, but it was rough. Being on the protocol I was on, and I'm a robot in prep, right? And I will do what needs to be done to get into condition, like I think all athletes should do. You kind of need to be a robot in prep, and you need to just make sure that you're not allowing any sort of obstacles in place to affect you getting into that condition, right? So I was a robot mode for a year, right? And I was traveling all over the world with my clients, like making sure I supported them for their shows while I was traveling all over the world to do my shows. So it was definitely a rough prep. But I got the feedback from my last show that I was to potentially consider moving into figure or wellness. And I already had the idea that I wanted to be wellness before I even stepped on the stage last year. I knew that was my next move. So getting that feedback was fantastic for me, but not going to lie, like at the time, I felt absolutely delusional that I thought I would even have a chance in wellness. So like the last year's really been all about me setting that foundation for the rest of my improvement season and making sure that I act like the person that I want to become, and that is to be a very, very good wellness athlete. So last year, I split my year into quarters, making sure that I had my targets for my training performance goals, my body composition goals, my nutrition goals. And I've achieved all of the targets that I had, so I feel like I'm now in a further step forward in regards to where I want to be. Like last year was an opportunity to prove to myself that I had a chance to be within this category and that I belong within this category. So now it's a case of looking forward as getting wham on my legs. I need a lot more tissue on my legs, and my upper isn't to grow anymore. So that's a case now of going forward is just making sure that I push this to be the best athlete that I can be, and make sure that I do not leave any progress on the table during this improvement season. So since last show and since now, lots has changed in regards to my protocol. I do have a new coach now as well, Jace Long, and he's an absolutely fantastic coach, and him and I get along very well, and I'm very, very fond of his protocols. And I'm in a position where I'm about 20 kilos above stage weight. Food's the highest it's ever been in an improvement season. It's getting to that point where I'm like, you know, trying to get my food in. But I know that it will be worth it, because when I do my training, I'm the strongest I've ever been. My recovery's in a good position. Don't get me wrong, like doubt definitely still does creep in. Even though like I smashed that last year, like doubt is still within me, thinking like, can I be a wellness athlete? Will I be good enough? But nobody can change that in my head apart from me. So this is always me versus me in an improvement season, and the only person that can prove to myself about being a wellness athlete and being good is myself. And if I'm starting to let training slip or let my food slip, let my SUPPS slip, then it's only myself I'm letting down. Life is good right now. Moving into my second year of improvement season, got another year of growing before I even consider stepping on the stage. And yeah, this is also my first YouTube as a newly engaged woman. So life is good, and I'm at peace with how improvement season's going, and I'm just ready to just fucking grow these legs, man. So yeah, today we're going to go through a leg session. I'll chat you through my quads and glute exercises. It's predominantly quads, a little bit of glute. But yeah, I hope you all like it, and thanks for tuning in.
Niggas know, streets know too.
Like heartbeat, like
I'm really on my demon shit like say so. Me and my goes like Quavo. She want me to cuff it, I just wanna fuck it. She got a fuck off back like J-Lo. Hands on the tap, aim up and squeeze. Shout main road, done it on main road. Let me not talk about the jaws I've done. I don't want feds at my door in plain clothes. She used to like me when I had cane rolls, but she said I look way better with a fade though. And splash that, do it at a party. Now we got blood on his face holes. There was us man bullying them man. Why for they hate our guts? Young niggas with racks so they hate on us. Shout rip man, them drip, they don't give no fucks. Charge it to the game, come get that shit back in blood. Really came from the bottom, I got that shit out of mud. Trust, how you feel that bread just dust? It was us man bullying them, it was never them bullying us. Charge it to the game.
Okay, so I always start off with a leg extension before any quad movement. Just like almost pre-exhaust my quads before I go into any compound. So we are starting off in leg extension first, and then we are hitting the pendulum.
Look, believe me when I say that I'm on form. Red hot, never ever been lukewarm. Believe me when I say that the Incredible Hulk couldn't do this if he transformed. Believe me when I say that I won't lose. Believe me when I say that I'll improve. Nobody wanted to believe me when I told them I would get 1 million views. So I got 2, just to prove we're on a totally different page. Them man are in a fish tank and I'm in the ocean on a totally different wave. I'm like a great white shark, them man are just goldfish. Tell them not to get brave, cause you're looking at Grime 2015 and a few things are gonna change. Let's start by banishing all the snakes. Let's start by punishing all the fakes.
This is the first time that I have had a training plan from somebody else ever in my bodybuilding, and it's a nice change to not have to do my own programming. Yeah, and it makes you also realise that sometimes you're married to some of the movements that you actually enjoy, and then the other ones you don't enjoy that much, you don't actually do.
Anyhow, I see man holding a crown, they'll get run down by the greyhound. I make a jet black boy turn light brown and leave him 6 feet under the ground. Then man, I sat real comfortable right now, cause he don't know that the door's coming off. Well, I'm like Tony Montana, cause I won't stop letting off until we're in a box. Until they respect me and my dogs, I'll keep barking up the wrong tree. I'll keep barking up the wrong tree. I'll keep barking up the wrong tree. Only the real man them get paid. Only the real man them get paid. No matter where.
So on my leg extension, I am one top set at 8 to 10 and one back off set 12, 15. And like when people talk about back off sets, like they think it's just like easier, and it should not be easier. Like it should still be so fucking challenging. Like you should still be pushing to absolute failure on your back off set. It's just an opportunity for you to do a little bit more volume, if that makes sense. So I'm having to like pull back a little bit as well on my intensifiers right now, because these little old knees are feeling a little bit tired. So yeah, I'm just making sure that I execute all of my movements, proper good form, proper good intensity, proper good tempo. Yeah, because I've got a long time to go in improvement season, I need to keep these knees fresh, you know. Okay, got a pendulum next, but someone's on it, so I'm just going to, I hate waiting too long, I'm going to go into the adductor machine. And like, this is the thing, like sometimes when you're at the gym you can't get onto the equipment that you want at that given time. Don't sit about and just waste your time. Like, do another exercise. As long as it's not going to affect your next big compound movement, it shouldn't make a difference. Got 3 sets of adductor, all straight 8 to 12 sets, as heavy as possible. Not the most pleasant of feelings. I haven't been logging my squatting patterns because I'm backing off with intensity for the time being and just having a more of a higher volume approach. And I'm just going with how my body feels on that certain day. So hack, squat and pendulum, I'm backed off massively with in regards to weight. And I think it's because I'm such a small person, right? And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am quite strong, right? And my aim was to hit 3.5 plates on a Cybex hack in the middle of this year, and I've done that and achieved this Cybex 3.5 plates aside. And it was once I was hitting 3.5 plates, my knees started feeling a little bit sore, and I think it's because it's the impact at the bottom. Tried different things, putting pads under my shoulders, all that good stuff, and nothing really worked. So it's a case of let my knees recover for a little bit and then go hard again. But I am such a small person, and to push all that weight under these little knees, it does have a knock-on effect longer term. So I just need to be careful and listen to my body. I am in this for the long haul. So okay, yoga blocks. So if you're a midget like me, and you may struggle to get like depth in the pendulum or like the Cybex hack, then pop these under your shoulders, and that just gives you more range of movement at the bottom. Because what we really need to be thinking about on the pendulum is having hamstrings to calf on that bottom part of the movement, right? So what we're thinking about is having like feet as low to the pad as possible without your heels coming up. So I'm a bit of a midget, so they can't go too low. And then from this position, it just gives you way more depth, so you can see like my hamstrings are touching my calves. And that's how you hit your quads. Just going a little bit lighter in movement, having a pause at the bottom rather than loading, because I was loading 70 kilos on this. And it was heavy as fuck, but my knees were getting wrecked. So I'm using these knee sleeves for the time being. I mix between these and also the wraps. But these are for my girls, right? They've got false nails, because these can break your nails. So what you need to do to make sure that you don't break your false nails is you need to put them inside out and then put them to your calf and then grab the bottom, not using your nails, and then roll them up. And voila, your nails are still on.
But never again, back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Knock us down once, we got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win, yeah. I had to stop being basic. Part of my dreams had to chase them. You counted me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never will fold, never could bend. Just wanna win.
My knees feel pretty good, but I don't want to push it. I'll put our 10 on. So this one, for example, which has the leg press gym Leco, and he put this behind my back just because I'm too short, I need to make sure I'm getting a better range of movement. So it's always like about having to like adjust your seat, trying to adjust your height if you can by using blocks or by using benches. But yeah, I felt a big difference after I started utilising this rather than not having that in place. So this one for me is quad dominant. Ideally, you want to be having your feet as low to the pad as possible when you hit quads. The further up that you are on this pad, you are going to hit a little bit more glute, tiny bit of hamstring, tiny bit of adductor, tiny bit of quad really. So I was hitting 4 plates aside on this before we dropped volume. Sorry, before we increased volume and dropped the weight a little bit. So I've got 1 more week really of dropping back on weight before I push back up. So that will be 4 weeks of like more of a Brazilian approach on any squatting patterns or like heavy leg presses, stuff like that.
Yeah, fall in line to fall back. Big L's technique, puns, grammar. Before the roof went in the trunk, the rag top set back behind the head, it's like the gun hammer. My sickness should remind you of Christmas, cause I'm always coming down with something like a young Santa. Understand there'll be no rematch, the kind of ass whooping you only
3 plates, we'll keep it like that for today. My knees are feeling a little bit icky.
I grab a hold of this fofo long, then let it go. More than a 4-year-old singing the Frozen song. I put this tech to your eclectic temple and wreck your wit. Then carving your tombstone, Heavenly Father, he wasn't ready to collide with a force to be reckoned with. Do you boys know who you messing with? I'm with messing with niggas' destiny shit. I'm from the Midwest. I stopped drinking so I could start policing the block. Now I just cop smoke like pig breath.
This is where I need Jordan to like push me down.
Bitch, I'm my bitch. It don't matter cause you with my ex. The name of my ex inked on you. To me, homie, she extinct like a dinosaur. You could probably find me spooning with a dime, looking like Lucy Lou or something to my broom, looking like a huge China drawer. I'm a motherfucking walking hazard. Find me in the body and department when y'all rhyming. If y'all don't at least remind me your prodigy partner, y'all can have it. I man up, lifted the can up, killed the killer who ran up scared. When I was 8, my daddy yelped down the basement steps. You only gotta listen to me and the man upstairs, huh? Cause I'm in motherfucking beast mode. Beast mode, homie, I'm in beast mode. Know who I am, beast mode.
Yeah, fuck a black, brown, yellow, or white, it's about unity. While the media try to twist my words for the opportunity to warn me. Fuck them all, bitch, I'm still doing me. It's you and me on the record, I detect it like an infected nervous system. I never miss a murder, my mission, that's the rendition. I listen while my chain glisten. I'ma get it like the word is ending, depending on if it's impending. Defending my mind in the way I run, so I'm sending it. The best of the best, no nevertheless, I never digress, I just keep it moving. Finger fuck who ain't on the proving, we finally grooving. Oh, no,
so last exercise that we have is a Smith machine hyperextension, which I actually had never done before until Jace had programmed it in for me. So it took me a while to get used to the movement, and like it's the same way any movement that you get new on a plan, it takes time for you to like figure out the movement, find the connection with the movement, make sure your form is okay, your technique, your tempo, and then from that point start pushing the weight up. So like I was a complete and utter beginner on this movement, and now I'm like telling it to all of my friends like, do this, it's really good for your glutes. So it's a little bit confusing to set up, but I'm going to talk you guys through it. So Smith machine reverse hyperextension is for your glutes, right? So essentially we want to be with a Smith machine that has like one of these locks at the bottom. So start off putting your locks in. Okay, now what we're going to be doing, the belly is going to be on the actual pad itself because your legs are going to be up in the air like a frog, right? So, there. Again, you need to make sure you've got a flat sole for this, like no platform sole, so you're going to have an ankle injury. So essentially what we want to be doing is belly down. Oh, I'm too short. Hold on. Belly down, and having your heels on the bar, right? Toes pointed out ever so slightly at a 5 to 1 or a 10 to 2. Now from this point, you're going to really brace into the pad, push yourself into the pad, and you're going to kick your heels up. Now from here, you should feel the squeeze in the glutes. When you're driving back down, that's when you get that stretch, and then you drive back up, hold, squeeze the glutes. Now the reason that I've got these here is so when I stop the movement, I can just do that and then I'm good to go, okay? So you've got these safety hatches here. And it's a right good squeeze on your glute med. Okay. So you don't need to go super heavy on these in my opinion. I did try and go heavy, like super heavy on it. Wasn't getting any connection in my glutes and it was all lower back. You remember the purpose of an exercise is to target a certain muscle group. And the muscle doesn't always know weight, but it knows tension. So yeah, as big as you go light on this doesn't mean you're not pushing hard enough, okay?
I done paid all my dues. I got something to prove. All in, nothing to lose. Right now a new day starts. Woke up my brain hard. Stand up and play my part. Like the crowd wave starts. Been patient long enough. Not waiting, I'm bossing up. Life is like a toss up. I tend to triple crossed it up. We born to be giant slayers. We shine too bright to shade us or face us. We love the pressure. It's what made us. Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Let the games begin. I was born for this. From day one I wanted it. We come too far to quit. Ain't no stopping it. I was born for this. From day one I wanted it. We come too far to quit. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it.
Okay, so last exercise done. It's now 20 past 2, so I've been training quads, glutes for just over 2 hours, and this is the first YouTube that I've done in my own home gym, performance gym down in Irvine. We are also a supplement shop as well, and if you click the link below for Performance SUPPS and use the code Taylor10, you will get money off of your supplementation, which is always nice. But guys, thank you so much for joining me on my quad and glute day. Please like, share and subscribe if you like this, and I can't wait to get another YouTube out to you guys. Thanks again.
Been down this road every time I drove it home. The set back up again like it's 1st and 10. Only aim to win. Let the games begin. I was born for this. From day one I wanted it.